say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to San Diego, Snapdragon Stadium, home to the San Diego State Aztecs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Golden Gophers will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So San Diego State's offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Got a man, it's Wall. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Aztecs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Aztecs are rolling down the field. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw again. Finds his back in the middle. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today. And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, San Diego State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had 1 extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
He'll bring it back looking for help. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will get the ball for the first time. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not good. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And here comes the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. On his way from around the 50. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Right back to him on the ground. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down. The Aztecs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown Aztecs! Lining up for the PAT. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the ground, it's McCray. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Cruz. Oh, he's got some space. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the Aztecs are in the hurry-up.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
The Aztecs can really attack on this 2nd and short.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Trying play action. He'll throw it. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Let's see. He can block. He can catch. He can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's complete on the right side. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Gives it on the option. How about this confidence in the running game? And he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Hauls it in.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Caught in the backfield, it's McCray. There he goes! Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. The Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Slips away. He's going to run it. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. And the Aztecs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Pocket breaking down. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Going over the top. Makes a catch. Converts on fourth down. Is still on his feet. Ripped off a huge shunt play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. It's complete to the right. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they... Touchdown Aztecs! Fit it in the window for the score.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Using his legs, it's McCray. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll try it again. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Now the play fake. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're working that left side. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Bring in the heat. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The incomplete pass brings up third down. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's going to come up just a bit short. It'll bring up fourth down from the 43. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab past the marker. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quick completion on the out. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like a terrific atmosphere there today in San Diego. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Snapdragon Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Aztecs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Golden Gophers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Powers through the defender. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Duke came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Blue Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got his man on the right. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Aztecs will hustle to the line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Leaves it with the back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time. Makes the grab. And he's still running after the move. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Got it in the middle. It's Wall.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Holba. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. To the air on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Aztecs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking for a crease to the left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This drive will open from the 15. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a man miss. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Catch in the middle, it's Montgomery. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. This offense has it with really good field position. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wall. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, San Diego State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. They want that clock to run.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Aztecs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Might be calling a hot route. Try to get it to the edge. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And the Aztecs will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Aztecs. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's the handoff. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Holds it, fired complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it out. It's Downs. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Madden. Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Downs. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
The Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Grabbed over the middle. It's down. Turning it on. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Nice job. Had a little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. They go to the ground. Running to Green. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long.
Number 11 in punt formation to kick it away.
Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. He will signal for the fair catch after a disastrous punt. This is great news coming up for the offense. Now this team has